Every year I like to go through and do a big old refresh on my life. Just hit the reset button, do a bunch of little activities to create that fresh, magical New Year's vibe feeling. For the next 5 days, I'm going to be doing one New Year's reset activity. I'm going to be chucking videos up on my channel so that you can follow along. And today I'm doing a big old declutter of my space. I'm actually so excited to do this. So step one of your declutter is to write a list of all of the areas in your house that you know need to be revisited. These are the cupboards that when you open them, things start to fall out, or they're the spaces that you actually avoid going just because they are so cluttered. If you don't really know where to start, I always like to start with my wardrobe. I just feel like it is an easy place to kick off and get you on a bit of a decluttering roll. So the first space that I'm going to be decluttering in my house is my wardrobe. So I'm going to start by taking everything out of my wardrobe. This has been like a little life-changing trick from Marie Kondo. You honestly will declutter so much more if you get everything out of its normal space, just because you'll see more. You see things in a different light. So this time I'm going to be taking all of my clothes off of their actual coat hangers, even though that's a little bit inconvenient. But I just want to get everything out of its normal space so that I can see it from a fresh light. And then I'm going to go through category by category and declutter. We've got everything from my closet as well as from all of my drawers, and then those are all of the shoes that I own there. Actually, let's get these as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually categorize everything so it feels a little bit more organized, and then just go through category by category what I want to declutter. I already know that there are things that I want to declutter, so I have a little idea in my head, but hopefully I'll come across more stuff. I didn't buy all that much this year, but I think for the most part anything that I want to declutter is stuff that I bought in previous years that is just, it's had its day. So we're all sorted. My shoes are here. Then I've got my sort of dressy clothes. I've got my swimmers. I've got like warm things. I have shorts, pants, gym, tops, and jumpers. Now it's time for the actual fun part, going through everything one by one and asking, does it spark joy? Does it have a place in my life? Have I worn it recently? When you're going through and you're decluttering your stuff, pick things up one by one and look at them. Don't try them on, look at them objectively, and then ask yourself, does this spark joy, or whatever question resonates with you the most. If you've watched my Simplify Your Life challenge, I think I gave a whole bunch of question ideas in the ebook for that, so check that out. It's down below. If you want to do a serious decluttering, that's where you should start. To walk you through some of the things that I'm getting rid of and why I'm getting rid of them: work pants that I no longer need, jumpers that just don't vibe with me. I'm getting rid of this. You guys will have seen this so much, but these straps have gotten so loose that whenever I wear it, I am literally just pulling up the straps. I have 3 pairs of shoes that I'm giving away. You can see these ones have literally gathered cobwebs because they're my work shoes that I just haven't worn since I left my job. These I bought on a night out when my other heels broke. I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy some good heels. That way I don't feel like I'm, you know, wasteful, but it turns out these heels are the most uncomfortable heels ever. So not an ideal choice. And then these ones I purchased for my sister's wedding. So they're not, as you can probably just tell, they're just not really my vibe. They're very cute, but I will sell them on to someone who appreciates them more than me. This is the dress that I wore to my sister's wedding. So really cute, but I genuinely don't wear dresses ever. I also bought this dress, which isn't really my color, for another wedding. Both of those were secondhand. Overall, I'm pretty content with the amount that I'm getting rid of. So my final wardrobe looks incredibly sparse, but that's because a lot of my clothes are actually in the washer, and I know that the clothes in the wash are clothes that I wear. It now looks like I own like 7 pieces of clothing, but it feels nice and spacious. And then I've got all of my drawers, so my pants, my shorts, my workout stuff, and my pajamas, and all my winter stuff, although except for that, is under my bed. And then here are all of my shoes. There were a bunch of bags hanging there, and I've moved those over to our grocery bag area. Doing a clothing declutter just always feels like such a weight off your shoulders. Like it feels so good to do and to just know that everything in your wardrobe is stuff that you wear and that you love. I'm really excited to do my washing so that I can have all of my clothes hanging up there and I know what it looks like and it'll look like so fresh and clean. The next thing that I wanted to declutter was my arts and craft cabinet. It also has all of my video stuff in it. I feel like this is an area that can very easily get a little bit cluttered just because it's easy to just throw things in it. So the next big thing that I really wanted to declutter was this cabinet here. So the cabinet is filled with YouTube stuff, cords, tech, as well as arts and craft down the bottom. And I just feel like it is one of those places that is very easy to clutter up. I only actually got this cabinet early in the year. If you're a person that likes really easy access to stuff and you have like craft things or tech, cabinets over drawers literally any day. They are so much better and so much easier to use. So I'm going to take everything out of the cabinets and I'm going to put it all on the ground. There's going to be so much more stuff because it's all just like little fiddly things rather than like big clothes. Absolutely everything from my two little cabinets is now sitting on my desk to be sorted. I've always found that arts and crafts are one of the hardest things to declutter because you just don't know when you might need something. Like it truly is that kind of thing. I don't do that much arts and craft, but when I do, it's usually like birthday cards is my thing, and birthday cards, like you just never know what you need to put on them. Like you're always gonna need some little sparkles or studs. And maybe that paper color doesn't look good to you now, but like you might need it in the future. So I feel like with everything else, I'm really good at decluttering. I'm not really sentimental. I can get rid of things with a lot of ease, but yeah, with arts and craft, it's a thing. A midway progress update. So here is my pile of things that I'm looking to get rid of. So there are some flimsy party decorations in here. They're so annoying. I have my book of procedures. I'm also getting rid of some cords that I don't use, as well as a tripod thing. I have a new one of these. This was shocking. It fell all the time. As well as a bunch of books that I no longer use. I sort of bought these for collage and I just haven't used them enough to justify them taking up space in my home. We've got a dried glue from a long time ago. We've got some bits of furniture that I never ended up using. So I've refilled my cabinets and it's all so nice and neat. There's lots of free space, which we love. And then down here, it looks so good. There's so much space. So the next thing that I want to do is reset my courtyard a little bit. So we recently relaid our courtyard with fake turf and it's already sort of been filled up with things. Particularly while we've been shipping out books, there's just like boxes, there's little crates and things that I want to get rid of. I just want it to be like clear, ready for outdoor furniture to go in it, hopefully in early 2020. So we had to empty the shed, so that's sitting over here. And then when you go back this way, there's boxes from books and then also pallets. So this area here, I want to actually paint and we want to turn it into like a little outdoor dining area. But at the moment, it's like definitely not there yet. A lot of this stuff just needs to be taken to the tip, really. Nearly all of the cardboard has been folded and put in a pile so then I can chuck it into Luke's car and take it to the tip. So I've cleared out all of the cardboard as well as some of like the old chairs that we wanted to get rid of. They're all sitting in Luke's car. I'm gonna do a tip trip and then I think that we're going to get rid of just these top two pallets just because they're kind of broken, and then with the bottom ones we might try and just offer them for free on Marketplace, mainly because I don't think they're actually going to fit in Luke's car, and also people like pallets, right? I think sometimes people want pallets. We'll find out. Okay, I'm in Luke's car. We have a whole boot full of stuff that I need to take to the tip. So you can now walk through here and out here, and there's no boxes anywhere. So we have an elliptical here, and I want to get a new screw for that. And then also those pallets, which I've just chucked on Facebook Marketplace, and then all of the boxes and things are gone. If I need to do anything really, it's do a bit of a sweep of here because there just seems to be a lot of leaves that have come in. But I'm really happy with the progress that I've made just this morning. Like, getting things to the tip is always so annoying. I feel like it's something that you put off because it feels like a lengthy task. Hopefully the pallets will go really quickly, and more importantly, I want to get some furniture out here sooner rather than later, because I just think when you have space and it doesn't have an assigned purpose, you just tend to fill it up. The next step of your space reset is to write down a big list of all the things that have been annoying you in your space. So you've just done this big declutter. Now you want to actually think about how you can improve your space so that it supports you to be a better you in the new year, and it's just easier and more convenient. So that might be the bunch of cords that are just like sitting in a mass in the corner that have been killing you softly for the entirety of 2019. Or the plant that's in the corner that just like sits really lopsided and doesn't look cute, or maybe it is the fact that there is no space for you to hang your bag on. This is just a list of tiny changes that you can make around your house to create a little bit of a fresh space feeling. Then when you have your list, you want to actually start doing things. So now that I've done my decluttering, those are probably like the two big areas that I really wanted to declutter. I'm going to do some around the house stuff that has been bugging me for a little while, starting with labeling our spice jars. So if you watched my video on organizing my kitchen, you would have seen me labeling my jars, and I just labeled it with like that white sticky tape, which has now faded. So I'm gonna go back through all my spice jars. I'm not gonna do anything fancy, there's gonna be no printing, but I have a whole bunch of labels here that I wanna use to label the spice jars properly. So this is what my spice jars are looking like. You can see that you literally can barely read what's on the front of them. So using my labels and a pen, I am going to start labeling these so that it's a bit more clear. Fingers crossed I can work out what they all actually are. All of the spice jars have now been labeled and they all look way clearer. It's much easier to read them. Luke is arranging them in alphabetical order, which is so not in his nature, like at all in any way.
It's easy to find it for me because I cook.
Will it really though, alphabetically?
Huh?
It'll be easier.
Yeah, because then you know, see, chili, it'll be down this end.
Okay.
Instead of, oh, it might be anywhere along here.
Okay, so we're just gonna pop them back in their little holders and get things looking all nice and clean again. I want to take off the towel rail in our kitchen. It's kind of rusted. I want to get a new one from Bunnings. I'm pretty sure they're inexpensive. You can just pick them up easily. So these are the towel racks, and you can see like they're really rusted. So if I can get replacements for those ones, that would be amazing. So these are the old ones and these are the new ones. They look so much better. Like, it's such a small thing, but it makes a big difference. If you're on a New Year reset binge, I have a whole playlist for you. If you want to watch more reset content that I've uploaded for 2020, I'm gonna have a link to my playlist on the screen. This is just a good little binge watch if you're just feeling like the motivational, inspirational vibes and you want to actually take action to reset for the new year. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you soon.